Anarchy, a word defined as a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority. Now, what would you imagine for a Minecraft server that has no stated rules? No rules about griefing, no rules about hacking, no rules whatsoever. And what would you imagine for a server like this that has existed since December of 2010, that regularly sees over 100 players online at any given moment? Would it be pure chaos? Or would it be pure creation? Or maybe some combination of both? Welcome to the second oldest standing server in Minecraft. Welcome to 2 builders, 2 tools. Welcome to 2B, 2T. Before moving forward, if you have any intention of logging on to 2B2T for yourself, just know that once you leave this video and embark on that journey, you are on your own. If seeing the worst foul language that you can imagine constantly filling up your chat window bothers you in any way, or if the idea of using a hacked Minecraft client to be competitive bothers you, just turn around now. I'm not here to protect you. Nobody is obligated to protect you in any way. There is no authority here, hence the title of the video. You will very likely meet people who will show you no mercy ever in any way. But with that said, this is a server where anything is possible, both negative and positive. You might meet your worst enemies or your best friends here. 2B2T is a Minecraft server bound by nothing. Everywhere you look on the server, there's a different story to be told. Stories of creation and stories of destruction. Every map, build, base, and player all have their own story and their own perspective on things. If I were to make an attempt at telling every story that there is to tell about 2B2T's history, not only would I get a lot of that information incomplete or outright wrong, I would be letting down an entire community of real people, real players. As an outsider looking in, all I can offer you is my perspective. I want to tell you what it might be like for a new player to log onto the server for the very first time, as well as what you might experience in the short term, as well as in the long term. Then, after that, I want to compare and contrast 2 extremes of this server, the spawn point and the builds themselves. As you might imagine of a quite active 7-year-old Anarchy Minecraft server, the spawn area looks nothing like any Minecraft world you will ever see. This completely man-made biome is made up primarily of water, lava, cobblestone, obsidian, and nether portals. If you were to try and venture away from the spawn purely in the overworld, you very likely wouldn't survive. The spawn area has been ripped apart so devastatingly so that not a shred of wildlife or resources for food will likely be obtainable within the first 1,000 blocks or more from spawn. If you want to survive your first night on 2B2T on anything besides zombie flesh meat and handouts if you're lucky, you'll have to brave the Nether and its expansive system of highways. If you're not familiar with this basic Minecraft mechanic, let me give you a quick refresher. For every 1 block you walk in the Nether, you'll travel 8 of those blocks in the overworld, which means the previously monumental task of escaping the spawn area via the overworld isn't as monumental if you utilize the Nether. It's still a difficult task, but if you're ready to endure the onslaught of older players looking to crush any newer players, as well as the task of finding food before you starve to death, you just might make it. But as I said before, 2B2T has no rules whatsoever. If you die to a player who snuck up on you at crazy fast speeds, using auto-aim with full enchanted diamond armor, that's just what life is on the server for a new player. But for some older, more experienced players, life can be much, much different on 2B2T. If you decide to play as a lone wolf for all eternity 100,000 blocks or more away from spawn, your adventure might not differ far from typical survival Minecraft, but for those who decide to venture deeper into the world of 2B2T, the things you can find when players band together for the greater good are simply breathtaking. While many of the structures that I've been showing off throughout the course of this video and continue to show off have been discovered and destroyed for one reason or another, whether it be due to people who just want to watch everything burn, or over a grievance of some sort, or for just no reason at all. The point is, they were built. They were crafted by real players with their bare hands. What players are capable of, even in the most extreme environments, given the most extreme circumstances, knowing that everything they've worked on might come crashing down at any moment for any reason, is kind of awe-inspiring. It shows a level of dedication that's absolutely unmatched anywhere else in Minecraft. That's why the server is so fascinating to me. It's real. While the spawn area might represent unfiltered chaos and destruction, and while it might be easy for me to just log in, look at spawn, assume the worst, and then make a quick video about it, I found it much more fun to get my hands at least a little bit dirty, so to speak. Throughout my short lifespan on 2b2t, while I definitely had my fair share of hatred and comments about people saying I should never make this video, I've also had a fair amount of support as well. And while my experience doesn't guarantee anyone else's experience, there's no doubting that what 2b2t has managed to pull off for over 7 years is nothing short of astonishing. Like I said before, if I tried to cover everyone's individual story on the server, I'd very likely get more details wrong than I have words in this script. Each creation has their own story. Each player has their own story. And if they feel like sharing their stories, I'll let them do that for themselves. My only goal with this video was to give you a taste of what I feel is the most interesting server in Minecraft by a clear mile. If you want to check out 2b2t for yourselves, just remember the warning that I had just after the intro of this video. The chat on the server is raw and unfiltered. I am not responsible for you exploring this realm on your own. If you're okay with all of that, I'll link the IPs in the description down below. The first IP is for the server itself. If after everything I've said, you're still interested, then go for it. The second link is for the in-depth museum server full of all of the preserved builds that I filmed throughout the course of this video. Feel free to check that out as well if you want to see what players are capable of when they band together. So yeah, this has been a video that I've wanted to make for well over a year now, and I feel that now is finally the right time for me to do so. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.